Hi, my name's Sue Ellam and I'm a tarot reader and I have been for 25 years. And I'm using the Mythic Tarot, which is based on Greek mythology.
And I'm Carrie Beleno. I'm a spiritual life coach and an intuitive Reiki master teacher. And I have the questions and we switched it up a little bit. I'm going to go first with hearing the questions so that I don't base the energy, my answers on the energy that Sue pulls in the cards first. So today's question is hard. Okay. Today's question is, what is humanity?
Ooh. I'm glad you're going first.
Yeah, you get cards to guide you. I got nothing except my intuition, which, I love. So don't get me wrong. So interesting because the first thing that comes forward, and just so everyone knows, when I listen by looking up. So I don't have this like weird aversion to looking in the camera. That's how I hear. I look up. So you're going to see that a lot more now that I'm not writing my responses to Sue. So you see a lot of people right now questioning humanity. And what's coming forward is, of course, humanity is a noun. I'm a teacher, can you tell? Humanity is a noun. It's a thing. It's a thing we are all part of. We are all part of the human experience. And that is humanity. But I think what needs to be addressed more so now is the description of humanity. What does it mean, the adjective part of humanity? What does it mean to be a human in a collective right now? And granted, we are all experiencing our own take with this transition. We are all experiencing our own emotions, our own circumstances, our own responses and reactions to what's going on out there, whether it be political or financial or relationships, all of it. But I think where we're moving forward now is this drive or desire to be a better human. And granted, I don't use the word better very often because that's a judgment. But to have a unity consciousness that what I do to me matters to everyone and what I do to everyone matters to me. That whole ripple effect and the vibrations that we all feel from each other and with each other. And it's so important that for me to stress that if you operate in fear or anger or doubt or attack or survival, and that's what you portray out there, that's what will come to you. So as we move through our days and move through this transition, I think it's really important that we keep in mind, what is my contribution to humanity? What am I offering up energetically to humanity? Am I offering an olive branch? Am I offering peace? Am I offering a positive state of mind? And that's what it means to be a positive contribution to humanity. Now, granted, the opposite, the fear-based, is there to also encourage us to help to choose our choices, our paths. But it isn't necessarily a path I'm encouraging you all to jump into. So I hope that made sense. Sue, anything you need to clarify there? Did that make sense?
No, it's very much just a ripple effect, isn't it? You throw in a stone and it ripples everywhere. So the lake is humanity,
right?
And the stone is your contribution to it.
Right. So thank you. That is very. I am off coffee. And it shows. Not as quick as I usually am, because
it's okay.
I've decided.
I'm not.
So jealous. Water just doesn't quite do the same. So it's hard for me to find words sometimes. But thank you for synopsising that for me.
It's all right. Well, let's just see if the cards have another take on humanity or not. Yeah. Interesting.
Oh boy.
Okay, we're starting off with judgment. It's the end of an era for the current definition of humanity, which is the fear-based, the anger-based, the greed, and all negative sides of it. It's the end of an era. And people, the individuals are going to find they're going to get the rewards for the efforts they've made. So if you've been loving and giving and supporting of others, then you will get the rewards for that going forward. If you have been mean, if you have been judgmental, if you've been greedy or corrupt, then you will get the rewards for that. It is time now that people are going to be getting their just desserts. And that's not a judgment. What you give out is what you get back. So it's time now. It's the end of an era, and the negative sides of humanity, is time for the people to, everybody to get back what they're giving out. Because at the moment it seems like the corrupt, the money hungry, etc., and all the kind of the mean people, put it that way. Again, I don't mean that judgmentally, but I think you know what you mean. You know what I mean by it. It's time for. It seems like people that are using others seem to prosper more than the people that are kind and will give you the shirt off their back. That is time. It's time now for change, and there's going to be quite a lot of change around this judgment card. And I want to just tune in here. Is this going to happen in? I'm getting about 4 years on this, over the next 4 years, because it's not going to be an instant thing, but over the next 4 years, there's going to be a massive shift in humanity. And we're coming into sorry, it's a bit dark in here, sorry, the Six of Pentacles. I tend to go by the pictures rather than by the names of the cards. So the Six of Pentacles, we're going into a time of loving support, of me helping you, you helping me. Nothing to do with charity. It's about a support system. So there's a net there. So anytime you're having a bad day, there's someone there to give you a hand up, and you will be there for them to give them a hand up. This is what humanity is meant to be. It's just gone off course the last 100 or so years. Well, actually much longer than that. If you look at the photon belt and the dark ages and stuff, it's a new era, as Carrie was saying. It's a new era coming in, and it's going to be of loving and supporting and helping your fellow man. But we still have choices, and it's about making mature choices, because we will realize it's a bit what we're saying about the ripple effect. Our choices affect others, so we can't be selfish and only think about ourselves when making these choices. We have to realize that other people are affected by the choices we make. We are not an island. Even if you're sat alone in your home and not in touch with anybody, your thoughts still affect other people. You don't have to talk to anybody, but look at the monks that sit on a mountain meditating, who make an impact through their meditations, and and things like that. So we are going to have much more awareness of the fact that if I make a major choice in my life, that I'm making a major choice for a lot of people in one way or another. And so we will get to the place of thinking and making mature choices rather than self-pleasing choices, put it that way. And it's the end of an era. We will have done our lessons, we passed our exams, and then it's kind of, okay, we're ready for something new. So it's like a practice time. You know, we have the judgment, we have the world card, this one is. So we have the judgment card, which is saying that we will get the rewards we've been asking for. We've then got the Six of Pentacles, which we're going into this era of loving and supporting others. The Lover's card shows we have choices that we need to make, and we're going to be more discerning about the choices. And that's going to be a case of really honing our skills, because a lot of us people are going to have to learn to live in a different way. And that doesn't happen overnight. And then we have the world card. So it's the end of an era, and we are then truly fully fledged and ready for a much kinder and happier humanity experience.
So thank you. For those of you who are afraid this is the end of the world, those of you who are fearing the apocalypse or whatever is being called out there, trust us. This is not the end of the world. Maybe the end of the world as we know it, and that's not a bad thing. But when this era ends, we are birthing the new, and it's very exciting. And I could tell you the energy around that is exciting. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah. And as I said, my crystal was saying about 4 years, and that's what it said, but also astrologers are talking about up to like 2025 is going to be a gradual transition. But as you quite rightly said, and those are the words on my mouth, coming out of my mouth as well, end of the world as we know it. And when you look at this world that we know, how many people really want to continue living in this when it only benefits a small amount of people? But most people are struggling. We don't want that anymore. And we won't take it anymore. And the cards say it's finishing.
Correct. I can feel it too, and everyone in my circle. So if you need a little help navigating this energy, please reach out to Sue or I. We are happy to do virtual appointments, and like and share and subscribe to our channels.
Yeah. And thank you very much for joining us. Bye.
We'll see you tomorrow.